Okay, so this is Scientific Enlightenment episode 22, and today we're talking about time. Time is a juicy topic to talk about because it's physical and it's not absolute, it's relative, it's different for different people, experiencing different characteristics of space, related to matter and speed and gravity. But I want to talk about the personal experiences of time and how it could be relatively going faster, slower for you relative to other times that you've experienced time. So when you're having fun, it's going fast, and when you're watching a pot boil or when you're waiting for something, it's going slow. It's really going the same thing, but the way your mind is experiencing that time, it seems like it's faster or slower. But if it all comes down to your mind experiencing the time, then who cares what it's actually? It depends on your experience of the thing. So that comes down to relativity in all aspects. Like, you eat a meal, like a steak, but for you it's the best steak you ever had, and for you that meal is 10 on 10. For like the rich guy who has a steak every day, and that steak for him is like the shittiest steak, for him that's the worst steak. So it all comes down to relativity. So there is no real absolute truth about that steak. It's individual to you. So that's a bit of a tangent, but it leads me to why I'm making this video and what this scientific enlightenment is about. So let's say you're waiting for something and you need to wait for the thing. So like a pot to boil, a friend to come over, certain thing in the future that you have to wait for. Let's say like I'm putting this video up, I have to wait for it to load and to upload to the internet. While I'm waiting for that, if I look at it and wait for it, it's just gonna make that experience of time, which is passing anyways, become my conscious reality. Like, I'm gonna be consuming that moment. And so then suddenly, like, I am wasting my human energy on consuming this moment of watching this thing load instead of using this human energy on something else. So there's the fact of aiming your focus on something else will make the upload time go faster. Now I went like this because, again, it comes down to absolutely faster or relatively faster. Well, for you, if you go and say, hey, I'm gonna go paint something during these 20 minutes that it takes to upload the video, then suddenly you're creating this painting, and fucking who gives a shit how long that thing takes, because now you're gonna be painting for like 2 hours, and like the time it needs for this upload is almost zero now, because it's as if it's already uploaded because you're not waiting for it anymore. The thing is waiting for your next input is now suddenly completely in your hands, because now it's like, well, I'm gonna do the next thing related to uploading that video once I'm done the painting, and that's completely in your hands. It's not up to the thing anymore. So there's that kind of thing. And then I actually think that it may actually go faster in an absolute sense. Meaning that somehow, because your mind's not on it, like the weight of your mind on it, and your mind fucking with that thing, and the thoughts you're thinking about that thing, and how that's influencing future reality and current reality, and like, because of how powerful our minds are with our current with our reality that we're constantly creating and manifesting every second. Because of that interaction, that loop between your mind and the thing, the object that you're observing, I think that has incredibly huge physical effects, and I think that it may actually slow down the absolute time that it takes. So what I'm trying to say is, if you watch the thing upload, it may take 10 minutes to upload, and if you don't watch it, it may actually only take 5 minutes. But now the most amazing thing about quantum reality and all this stuff is that there's no way to know, because if I don't watch it, I can never know what would have happened if I do watch it, because we're always in the same reality that we're always in. And that, my friends, is a humongous acknowledging, like, it's a realization that is worth proclaiming to the whole world. Hey, we're always in the one that we could only ever be in. No matter what you do, no matter what I do, we're in the same one all the time, forever, and it's always been like that, and it'll always be like that. There are parallel universes, maybe, but me and you are always in the same one, kind of thing. To get more about onto the scientific problems of the fact that you can't experimentally test like an alternate reality, like what would happen if I do put my thoughts on this thing? Does it affect that thing relative to had I put it on that? Since you never have the alternate reality to experiment with, because you're always physically in the one that you choose to go down into, there's no way to really properly test this kind of thing. You only have to kind of view intuition and say like, yeah, it does seem like this, even though I can't scientifically or verifiably prove it. Intuitively, it does seem like somehow the thing actually absolutely takes longer if I view it. Reality, baby.